Holy shit.
Let's bring our guest in.
All right.
Shawn Donavan.
He looks mad at you, bro.
That's Brundo. I got it. I'm fixing it.
Wait,
Alex,
now, come
how
on.
are you?
It's always weird putting a guest on a big screen like that, ain't it? I'm gonna try to fix this for him. Let me see. Let's try this.
You can leave
Let's
me
try
on
that.
It's good. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, you
Awesome.
probably hear the best here.
Alex, how are you?
Doing all right. All things considered. My belt was burned. Got a big show ahead of me on Saturday and gonna make a lot of things right.
Go on.
Yeah, let's talk about this Shawn Donavan situation now. There's a great video that is out on the internet. It's about 5 minutes long. It's on Twitter. It's on your Twitter, Revolver_Reiman. Did I say that right?
Mhm.
All right,
Yes,
good,
sir.
'cause I usually butcher everybody's name. Great video. Kind of gives us a little bit of the backstory of what's going on with you and Shawn Donavan. But that's kind of like Cliff's Notes for all you older folks out there. The kids, they don't know what Cliff's Notes are. But can you tell us
What the fuck?
what the kids don't know what Cliff's Notes are?
Then why would you bring it up?
Because I'm an old guy.
And they're not Cliff's Notes.
Yeah, there's no S. It's Cliff Notes.
Well, it's my guy was Cliff's.
Just buying from some random dude in the hallway at your fucking school.
I sold them outside. Come on, don't fucking give Cliff a break. It's the holidays, bro. But yeah, how? Give us the story here with Donavan. He stole your fucking belt. He burned it. He's a real piece of shit.
That really.
Well, yes, you're correct. The whole thing started in the most childish high school bullshit way. Like, literally, it just started out as, both of us taking, shots at each other online. We were friends before all this. And then it just felt like it became obsessive on his end. Everything I posted, he would have a comment. And he would hide under the guise of, oh, I'm just giving you constructive criticism and all that bullshit. Like, if you really cared, if you had criticism for me, you can shoot me a message. He has my phone number. He could have done that. There's no reason he had to do it in a public forum. And then it all came to a head back on Easter Sunday. I was just minding my own business in the gym, about to, go have dinner with my family. And he's on Facebook making posts about me. So all I said is, this is childish. Don't you have a girlfriend? Don't you have a family that cares about you? Why don't you go spend it with them instead of worrying about whatever I'm doing? And in his delusional mindset, I brought his family into this and I made it personal, he says. And I don't understand how I made it personal when it's Easter Sunday and you're more worried about what I'm doing and how I'm doing things instead of being with your girlfriend or your family. So push came to shove and he shows up unannounced, uninvited to Pro Wrestling Magic, not once but twice. He jumped me from behind. He wore a mask to get in and jumped me from behind the first time. And then the second time, him and Moff strapped me to a cage and padlocked the door so no one could get in and beat me with bats. And then the third time last month, unfortunately, we had an unsanctioned match and it wasn't me that walked out. And for the third time in a place that I hold near and dear to my heart, Pro Wrestling Magic, I was left laying in front of my family, in front of my friends, in front of people that I care about, And I feel like the only way to finish this is a last man standing match. I told him the only way that this finishes, the only way that this ends is if you stop my heart from beating. This has become personal very, very quick. There's a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions that I shoved down inside of me for a very, very long time. And this mother...
You can say it.
You can say it.
Absolutely.
This motherfucker has brought them all to the forefront. All those feelings that I've tried to ignore and press down, the feelings of being homeless as a child, being bullied, being ridiculed for how I look, the way I talk, things I like, all came out. And he made me remember every single one of those feelings throughout the months of being laid out and fucking beaten with bats and chains and barbed wire. It's just, this is more than personal now.
Okay,
And it
so
all comes. Oh, sorry, KJG.
Yeah, I was just going to ask. You're obviously a very intense guy and very passionate about this feud that you have with Shawn Donavan. Where does is it just this feud that draws this kind of intensity out of you, or is it something that's always been there? You kind of touched on it before with your past as a child, but where do you draw all this intensity and all this emotion from?
Just a will to be the best in the room, to be the best in the ring, to make sure that no matter who's on the card, they remember my match. I spent the better part of 2023 last year feuding with someone that knows Shawn Donavan very well, Dan Moff. And I went toe-to-toe with him last Kingdom Come in a dog collar match.
That's right.
Today actually marks 1 year as Pro Wrestling Magic heavyweight champion. That dog collar match was 1 year ago today. And this coming Saturday, I become the first competitor to main event 3 consecutive Kingdom Come events for Pro Wrestling Magic.
That fucking Dipsy guy comes in, he's fucking wrecking. He's a cocksucker. He really is.
Wow. Oh, come on.
No, he is, man. Fuck
no
that guy.
offense.
You're not wrong. He's somebody that's been around for a long time and understands that the end of his leash is coming too. And he needs a guy like me. He needs a younger talent to be his life preserver, to be his life raft. But after this Saturday, I'm more of an albatross around his neck than a lifesaver.
And this Saturday at the Mecca in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, 1 o'clock.
2 p.m. start time. 1 o'clock doors.
1 o'clock doors, 2 p.m. bell. Last man standing. Alex Reiman, Shawn Donavan. You heard it here. Someone's walking out, and it's probably going to be Alex, and that's going to mean his heart.
Probably.
We don't know that.
Well, you never know. Look,
Dick.
you can't trust Shawn Donavan. He's got Danny Moff. Danny Moff is no, stand-up citizen. Like, don't read into the stuff like he ran into a house and saved somebody from a fire a couple years
He
ago.
probably threw the guy. He threw the guy in the fire, and then he went and got him out.
I got the Iggy on things.
Here's the
Somebody's
thing,
a little
boys.
sore over his chop.
Boys, he could bring Dan Moff. He could bring Trax. He could bring anyone he wants at Devastation Inc. I have Lugosi, I have Brandon Downey, and I have an entire locker room willing to go to war for me.
Fuck yeah. Fuck that
Speaking
guy.
of the locker room, so I've been watching Magic for probably about eight years, been to tons of shows. And what's it like being, where you are now, considering you started like first match, tagging with somebody like Matty Ice, and now you're the heavyweight champion representing the company?
So even before all the stuff tagging with Matty Ice, I was in the first ever Pro Wrestling Magic event as someone who I stepped up when someone went down for injury. I wasn't even booked on the first event, and I was thrown into pretty much a 6-man tag with just 6 random guys that were pretty much just bodies to fill out a card, And I went from doing stuff like that to the first Kingdom Come event where I was a part of a 13-man scramble match. And to flash forward now, 9 years later, I'm about to main event the 3rd straight Kingdom Come event. I've never doubted myself. I knew that one day my time would come because I knew how good not to sound cocky or boastful, but I know how hard I work every single day. I know how hard it is to climb that ladder, and I wasn't backing down from any challenge. I knew that it was only a matter of time, whether it was through Kill the Magic, whether it was through AMS, whether it was through my own blood, sweat, and tears. I knew that I would make my way to the top of that card. A top of the card that was once, held by guys like JT Dunn, Dan Moff, Cody Rhodes, guys like that. Those are the shoes that I'm stepping into, and I know that I can fill them.
Now, Alex, we have a weird connection here with the Shining Wizard Wrestling podcast. One of us was also trained by Gino Caruso. Long time ago, Dr. Donk
Very long time ago.
was known as the experiment. Probably when you were still in diapers.
You might not have even been born yet, my friend.
What year was this?
98.
I was 4 years old.
Oh, there you go.
I
old.
always get a kick out of when people come on that have trained with Gino because our very own T Donk, Dr. Donk.
So back in that year, did you know Bud? He was part of the Fallen Angels when I got there.
Yes. Well, we are actually very good friends with Anthony.
Yes,
That's my boy.
trained with
John,
him, yeah.
and Alyssa were the first ones when I got there in 2013 to kind of take me under the wing, and no pun intended. And kind of show me the ropes. I rode to my first couple of shows with them. They were there for the first couple of years of my career. And Anthony has been one of the greatest helps of my career. He gave me some of the best advice that I've ever gotten, just fucking training hard with him. And I really miss him. I wish he was still come around. I never got to work with him and John in a 4-way tag match out in Hazleton, Pennsylvania for Sanctuary, but I never got the one-on-one match that I really wanted to have with him.
Yeah. Anthony, I mean, we know him as Bud or Bum. Bum's, yeah, that's what. Yeah, he's a hell of a guy. I think he lives in Florida now. I think he's I don't think he's in the area anymore.
No, he lives in Florida.
Somewhere.
But we used to have a blast, even just training together. And like I remember John, and as a matter of fact, Alyssa, the Countess, she was my first manager.
Yeah,
she was my first manager. I was part of the infamous Army of Darkness with Lord Cole.
So that's with Strangler, right?
Yes, Nick Maddox was there. Nick Maddox was not managed by the Countess, but yeah, he was around at that. He was actually the TV champ around during that time.
Yeah, I met him briefly when I first started. I would go hang out with them for like pay-per-views and such, and he was there every once in a while. I got to chat with him. I got to know him a little bit, not too much though. He's since passed away since.
Yeah. So you probably hung out with Superfly watching some of these pay-per-views, no?
So he was never at the Angels house, but I did get to know him briefly through Gino and his shows, because he was still doing bookings when I had gotten into the business. And then once, the dementia and the cancer had gotten to him, and certain legal issues had come up, I didn't see him so much.
No, I get it, but yeah, Bum was a good dude. Bud.
I miss it. I gotta call him. I've been chatting with him probably about a year now.
Tell him you know us. He'll probably appreciate that very much now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you go way back into the archives of the beginning of the show, like he made quite a few appearances with us. The Angels were on a couple times. Yeah, they're good dudes. Well, and
yeah, I love those guys. Those guys really helped me out when they didn't have to, and that truly means a lot to me.
Yeah, they're good people. Go ahead.
Now I got to ask, Alex, since you trained at ECPW over there in Lake Hiawatha, because I go over there and I go to the New York haircut place and I get my balls busted because it's like $15 to get your haircut. You ever get your haircut over there? Right next to Gene's Deli.
Does it look like I get haircuts?
Yeah, but you've been wrestling for like 10 years, bro. Come on.
No, I live up in Sussex County. I get my hair cut locally up here when I do get it cut. I've only had a little bit of a trim since the pandemic happened.
So have you been to Tommy Fierro's place up there, the Wrestling Collector?
I
that's where he gets his haircut.
I work with Tommy Fierro pretty religiously. I haven't been to the new spot yet. It looks insane on the pictures, but I live like 15 minutes from him. I've just been so busy with traveling and everything. But I work a bunch of shows for him. He's a great guy. He's helped me out tremendously. And he always has guys in the locker room that you can sit there and pick their minds. Whether it's Demolition or Ted DiBiase, guys like that. You could kind of. If you could get 5 minutes to grab their ear for a little bit and get some helpful advice, he's always, putting us in contact with those guys.
Or Crowbar or Shawn Donavan. You know, those guys.
Well, fuck Shawn Donovan. But Crowbar, I'm actually wrestling him January 18th at Pro Wrestling Magic.
Nice. That's gonna be
Nice.
that's gonna be a great experience, man. Have fun with that match.
Well, of course, that is if once I'm, victorious this coming weekend, because he has the World Heavyweight number one contendership for January. So once I get through dipshit, it's on.
Wow, that's mean. I gotta play the heel
knock
here.
it off.
I gotta play the heel here. That's my guy.
Fucking Don
I
Callis
knew you
over
were going to be
here.
a problem as soon as I saw you a Devils jersey.
There we go.
Why? What's your squad?
Rangers. We don't.
You the game today?
Hockey season's over though. We're not doing too hot.
Yeah, no, you got smoked 5-0 today, my man.
We had a hot start, but not so much.
Now I'm
Shot our load too early.
Yeah, 5-0. Suck it.
I'm gonna pop KJG with this too.
Here we
You're
go.
not only wrestling Shawn Donovan this Saturday, you're then making your debut at NYWC and you're wrestling the Big O.
For the 03 championship. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's my guy too. That's my guy too. Oh God, I haven't seen
Everybody's
him
your
in
guy.
years. That's my guy. He can't be my guy. He can't be
Listen,
my
if
guy.
everyone's your guy, you can't lose.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Very hurtful, but I get it. No, Big O I've known for a lot of years, so I can't. That should be fun. I'll check that out for sure.
Yeah, so when I take the 03 championship and I dispatch of dipshit, I have to come up with a catchy, cool two belts name. I gotta think of something because that seems to be what everyone else does now.
Well, then you'll be my guy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to change your jersey, but other than that, yeah.
No, never.
Then I'm not your guy.
That's true.
So the sky looks like it's the limit for you, Alex, because you have had, like we mentioned, today is the 1-year anniversary of you being the Pro Wrestling Magic champion, and you have defended this championship. It seems like every single month, and it's against some of the biggest hitters in the pro wrestling world. I mean, three-way dances with CPA and Sonny Kiss, Wrecking Ball Legursky, Azriel, Vinny Pacifico.
That's your guy.
Oh, wait, time out. Have you wrestled Sonny Kiss since he was enhanced?
No, she's actually having her first match this Saturday, in somewhere in Western Pennsylvania.
With the
Okay,
girls.
Yeah.
The
Well,
things
Sonny.
look great. I'm just
See,
saying.
now you see, this is Double T's problem, right? Like we've known Sonny a very long time, but
Mary Kay Nashler is sitting up nice in there.
yeah,
That's
but
what I'm talking about.
yeah, well, this is what I mean. Like Double T, first he's like, "Oh, I'm all about the badonkadonk," and now he's like, "Yo, them hitters." And
Yeah. What are you gonna say?
but yeah,
Oh,
Double T's
Double
not
T
down.
won't do bro stuff.
He won't do.
None
bro
of you
stuff.
look
That's
like
what-
Sonny Kiss. None of
Knock
you.
it off. A handsome fella. My
You
mom
do
told me
not
so.
look like Sonny Kiss, dude.
I didn't say I did. I got some hitters though.
No, dude, come on. You got that Joel Gertner chop meat thing going on. All right,
Yeah,
I'm not
there's
into
nothing
that.
wrong with that. I mean,
Don't do it.
what's
I don't
wrong
wanna
with
see
that.
You're out of your balls. Jesus, criminy. Alex, what's on your Christmas list besides beating the dog shit out of Dipsy on Saturday?
Yeah, can we put some respect on his name?
I will do
No.
no such thing. First of all,
Mr.
terrible.
Dipsy. Yeah.
No, not terrible. He's been terrible, heelish to antics. And I don't know if you watched Dynamite or Collision. Terrible security guard.
He's
you
just
know,
terrible.
You know, Joey Ace did a much better job on Raw the other.
So he
does.
deserves what Alex is bringing to him Saturday.
I don't like it.
I'll be
God.
honest, like not to bring the mood down, but Christmas is like the farthest thing from my mind right now.
Oh, see, this motherfucker took your holiday joy away.
No, I mean, no offense. You can't bring the room down worse than B. Brian Blair did last week, so you're good, bro.
Oh, I just listened to that podcast. Earlier when I was at the gym, it was on my while I was doing cardio. I was listening to him.
He had a great interview, but he came in and there was no, that's a rough one.
Yeah, he had trouble getting in, and then he finally got in, and
Yeah,
Um,
a stepfather's supposed to die, or in-laws, then he didn't die. It was.
It sounded like every time he comes on your guys' podcast, someone dies. So you should just probably stop doing your podcast.
You are not the first person to suggest that.
Yeah. 13 years later.
But look, you're gonna kill Dipsy Saturday, so I mean,
Fucking murder that
Yeah.
cocksucker.
Belated Christmas present there.
I am, and like, it's just the biggest like issue that I have is that my niece watches these wrestling shows on IWTV.
I hope she's not watching this.
Don't let her
podcast.
watch this.
Yeah, please.
I've
God.
instructed her not. She's only 3 years old. She doesn't understand.
Oh, then she can watch.
When Shawn Donavan and Dan Moff strapped me to a cage, now I had no clue Shawn was there. I had no clue what was going to happen to me. I was a little more upset with Dan Moff because I thought I had earned his respect.
Right.
Usually, by the time I get home from Pro Wrestling Magic, it's about an hour and change from me. Usually, my niece is asleep by then. That night, she watched me get strung to a cage, beaten with bats, as blood poured down my head. I got home and she was still hysterically crying, waiting to make sure that I was all right. That's an image that plays over and over and over and over again in my head. And it's an image that I will never be okay with. You know, and then to watch my father cry, tears that I haven't seen in close to 2 decades. It's an image that I'm not okay with. The fact that this man has taken so much from me. Christmas just doesn't feel right without it. I have to make things right. I have to vanquish this demon, this devil on my back. I have to get rid of him. Not just for me, but for Pro Wrestling Magic as a whole. Because we have one of the best, we have one of the most diverse talent pools in the independent industry. I would put our locker room against any fucking locker room on the East Coast, West Coast, or all around the world. Shawn Donavan says that I'm a big fish in a small pond, but I'll tell you what, it takes an inch of water to drown a human being. And this Saturday, I'm gonna watch him take his last breath.
Yeah, drown that motherfucker.
Win or lose, with all this vitriol that you have towards Shawn Donavan, is there any respect factor at all?
No.
Thank you.
No.
I saw what KJG was trying to do. He's fishing for you to say something nice about it, but this guy took everything from you.
I just don't understand how, after everything I just explained, you could want me to say something nice about him.
Well, he said that. Tony said that. I didn't say that.
The problem is that I looked at this man as a friend. And the problem with getting stabbed in the back, it's never by someone you'd expect. You know, I would even say I respected Shawn before all this. But now, what he's done to my family, and he's very quick to say that I made things personal while he's attacking my family, while he's attacking the place that feeds my family, the place that pays my bills, Pro Wrestling Magic. I get paid very nicely from Pro Wrestling Magic, and he wants to attack that. He wants to take that away from me. I can't respect somebody like that. This is far beyond pro wrestling. This is far beyond a storyline. This is something personal. I do not like that motherfucker. And I hope that he gets, this Saturday, I'm going to see to that he gets what he deserves.
All right. Can't say we're on the same page on that, but thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Wow, you're really doubling down on this. KJG, the Shawn Donavan
apologist.
here.
Like, what the really?
That's just me. Just one guy's take. That's all.
Yeah, ask Follow Bob what he thinks of fucking Dipsy. We'll find out real quick.
Devils fan. Jeez.
Jesus.
Keep on just saying.
God.
Put some respect
All
on
the
his name,
Devil's
man.
Dens are alike.
Now, you mentioned this locker room, Alex. Is there anyone in the locker room who's on the upswing that you are excited to get an opportunity to share the ring with?
One name that comes off the bat, Junie Underwood. I think he's one of the hardest workers. I got to mix it up with his tag partner back in October, Ricky Price. I think that he's one of the hardest workers on the East Coast. I think he's incredibly talented. I would love to get in the ring with him. I would love to get in the ring with Troy Locke again, another talent that I main evented another show in Hinchcliffe Stadium with. I believe that he's one of the hardest workers in the area as well. Honestly, there's not a single person in that locker room that I would not love the honor to share the ring with, man or woman. Everyone there brings it. Everyone cares, you know? It's hard to find a locker room that's unselfish as the Pro Wrestling Magic locker room.
We got a couple questions in the chat. My guy Matthew Rodriguez, he fired off 5, but I'm just going to give you this one. Any memories of your 3 stages of hell versus Steve Off, and are you satisfied that you are a wrestler that has competed in a rare stipulation that is 3 stages of hell? A lot of question marks at the end of that one.
One memory is that I never said I quit. Steve Off may have won the match, but he never pinned my shoulders to the mat. He never submitted me, and I never said I quit. If you go back and watch it, the final stage of the 3 stages of hell match was an I quit match, and there was a kendo stick that I may or may not have been trying to drive into Stephen Off's eye, and he reversed it on me, and you know, payback's a bitch, and he drove it into my eye. Throughout the confusion of everything happening, the referee called for the bell. I never said I quit, though. I never uttered those 2 words until just right now.
So that doesn't count then, right?
Doesn't count in my books.
You got to wrestle Vinny Pacifico. Did he try and give you any of that nasty energy drink he's shilling?
I wouldn't drink it. Anything that, I mean, Vinny's a great kid, but he lacks
Common
brain
sense.
cells.
Yes.
Yes. The first time we interviewed Vinny, he was driving around in a snowstorm to get milk. So
No, he's getting donuts for his brother.
Hold on. So I'll tell this story. I did a Midwest loop with Vinny Pacifico, and on the way home, it started to snow, and Vinny starts freaking out behind the wheel, and he's like, I can't drive like this. I can't drive like this. I'm like, all right, just pull over. He goes, help me. I go, what do you mean help you? Do you want me to jump in your lap and help you get to the shoulder of the road? Just pull over.
Did he point down and say he's not going to suck itself?
Oh, shit.
Alex, I got to ask, because I ask every guest in the
Here
Shawn
we
Wheels
go.
of Wrestling
There we
podcast.
go. We're getting there.
When was the last time, and I didn't ask B. Brian Blair this because I didn't know. I mean, I read his book, so I know the last time he shit his pants. But when was the last time you shit your pants?
Oh, actually.
Oh, I like this.
So this past February, I came down with flu and non-COVID coronavirus. 4 days before I wrestled Wrecking Ball Legursky.
Oh.
And the night before, I was up all night with 103-degree fever, and one of the close calls was a photo finish, and I didn't finish in time. So
We've all been there.
February 2024.
Oh, so you're just about to make a year. That's good.
Yeah, I God willing.
I will be making my year in 2 days. I shit my pants at breakfast on Christmas last year.
Proud of you, buddy. Proud of you. What happened? You just couldn't wait, or like you're really excited to see what Santa dropped off? What happened, buddy?
Nah, we were having breakfast, and I fucking.
He was waiting to show Santa what he dropped off.
I thought it was a one cheek sneak, and I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom.
You gambled and you lost, my friend.
Yeah, it wasn't summertime.
What's going
but I did the
on?
duck walk. Yeah, what's going on?
Man,
Alex, this has been a hoot, man.
Fuck yeah.
Definitely.
And I'm really looking forward to getting an opportunity to check out this match. If you can't be in Ridgefield Park, IWTV, you can watch it live. And it sounds like exactly what I was complaining about before you joined us. This is a story that's been going on for months at a time, and just from this interview alone, I'm pretty invested to see who comes out in the end of this
Not
battle.
a story, Matt.
And from what I'm hearing from Pro Wrestling Magic higher ups, there may be a replacement belt in the works for the one that Shawn Donavan burned. And then that's another whole thing is like, he knows how much that meant to me. That belt, that championship was everything. It's everything I've ever cared about. And he burnt it. But there may or may not be a new Pro Wrestling Magic World Heavyweight Championship at Kingdom Come.
I got to ask you another question, Alex. You're the Pro Wrestling Magic World Champion, right? You captured this title a year ago.
Yes.
Maybe did you think Shawn Michaels can do it? Maybe you did for maybe a lady friend. Maybe you just took a picture with just the belt,
Are you asking if I've ever taken a picture with just the belt on?
Yeah, maybe for like a special somebody.
I haven't. Maybe with the new one. If you're wondering, I haven't. But I never seen that.
I'm just throwing out idea. Look, it's a great Christmas gift.
Christmas
Right? I bet you got a couple female fans at Pro Wrestling Magic. I'm just saying.
Maybe a couple male fans. Why limit your audience?
10s, nice autograph.
Listen, I'll start an OnlyFans real quick. It'll be one picture.
The revolver, You can't see the gun, but you can see the championship.
Yeah, that's the gimmick, bro. The revolver. Fuck yeah.
It's right on the screen, you blind
It's gonna
shit.
be a spinner belt.
That may be the revolver, but I carry a rifle.
Fuck yeah, dude. Blowing
There we
bitches'
go.
heads off.
Well, Alex, with everything going on, we do wish you a very happy holiday and enjoy it with your family before you go to battle with Mr. Donovan this Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. at the Mecca in Richfield Park, New Jersey. You can get tickets at it was just up here on my screen. I'm sorry.
I got it.
At ProWrestlingMagic.com. And I'm sure you may, hell, look, don't chance the walk up. All right, get them before you go. It's a great
The
Christmas
Mecca we're
gift,
talking
too.
about here.
Front row already sold out, so you're going to want to get your tickets well in advance for this one, because the pre-sale we have now is rivaling the one we had last year when we had standing room only. So if you're thinking about going, just get the tickets now.
Fair.
Great, and don't worry about front row, because the way it sounds, you don't want to be anywhere near the ring when this guy gets his hand on Shawn Donovan.
I think we should have the fans sign a waiver of liability, but that's just me.
Wow. Wow, this is going to be something else. Well, Alex, thank you again at Revolver_Reiman. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Reiman.
Reiman. Knew I was going to fuck that up. God damn it.
It's all right. It's par for the course.
On X and Instagram, give him a follow, support him, check him out. The video that he put out is
Pretty
awesome.
intense. Yeah.
It's a good idea of what the inner sanctions of my mind work like.
Yeah, who's the dude with? I like the dude standing behind you with the creepy mask.
That's Lugosi. That's my right-hand man.
Nice.
I love it. Alex, thank you so much, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. Anytime you want to come back on and hang out, shoot the shit, maybe tell some great Gino Caruso stories, like
Fuck
the time he was wrestling Tony and he got the blood packet stuck on his head. That's a great one.
I got to ask him about that. I'll be there probably tomorrow, I think.
The time once he tried to fight me. He was really mad at me. He won't remember that.
You were an
'cause it was a long
obnoxious
time
little
ago.
shit. That's why.
Oh yeah, we took our ECW attitude to the ECPW arena.
Yeah.
Look, Ref Steve thought it was funny, but that was about it.
I miss Ref Steve. He wasn't a very good ref, but I miss
Right?
him.
Cowboy
He was a good
Carson. Is Cowboy Carson still involved?
Nah, I never met him.
So to answer your question, no, Cowboy Carson
Alright.
is not involved.
You're also
Hey,
looking at an ECPW alum right here too,
Hey,
by the way, guys.
Is Kodiak Bear still up there?
I love Kodiak Bear. I was supposed to tag with him last month, but he ended up getting I think he got flu or something. It was supposed to be me and Kodiak Bear versus Bull James and Executioner Jerry Fazio.
If you
And
really,
I was real sad because I was looking forward. Anytime I can sit there and listen to Faz and Kodiak talk, it makes my day.
I actually managed Kodiak Bear one time at an ECPW.
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah.
hey, so if you go on the WWE
Against Snuka.
go to original Eastern Championship Wrestling footage, Kodiak Bear, Gino Caruso, Metal
Versus-
Maniac, all those
Oh,
guys
yeah.
are all over that shit. It's fucking
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
That's
It's
awesome,
good
man.
times. Well, Alex
is your,
murdered somebody this weekend.
Two
Shawn
fools.
Donavan, yeah, murdered both of them.
Listen, I don't retreat. I only reload. Let's go. I got
Fuck
one
yeah!
for everyone.
That's the attitude I
What a
like.
guy.
Fuck yeah.
Alex, this was great. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys.
We'll talk
Thanks
soon,
again.
hopefully.
Absolutely.
Christmas, brother.
Let's schedule something for the New Year so I could show off my new shiny belt.
Fuck yeah.
And a new haircut you got at the New York haircut place.
No, don't go to that place.
Yeah, sure, that one.
It's right next to Gene's Deli too. You get
Yeah,
a
but-
sandwich, you get a haircut, you take a back bump, you go home. It's great.
This is what Matt did. Matt's an idiot. He had a guy over there, like his guy, and his guy wasn't there the day he went, or he was cutting somebody else's hair, and he got roped into the "my friend, I'll give you a haircut instead" routine, and that guy fucked them all up, and he's like, "Fuck those guys, I'm never going back there."
Yeah, his haircut
It was
looked like
such
it
a
came
fucking
with a
mess,
sandwich.
man.
Yeah, he didn't know the protocol. He did not know the protocol. I told him never switch your guy. Once
It
you
was
have your
terrible-
guy, you
terrible
stick with
decision.
your guy.
You're right. It was a terrible decision.
But let's plug the New York assholes anyway.
I'm not going to fucking sports clips again.
Plug them 3 times for someone you don't like, huh?
Well, you know what? I went to fucking sports clips and the stupid broad couldn't cover. I told her shave my fucking hair. I came home. I had a big fucking patch on the back of my neck. My wife had to cut it. My hair is fucking atrocious. It's not hard to shave somebody's fucking head. I'll go back to the fucking New York sports, the New York guy. Yeah, what do you like? What do you want? I go, last time I was here was during COVID. You put a fucking hot mask on my face. You wouldn't let me take off my mask. I almost died. So no hot mask, no fucking hot towel. Just cut my hair. All I want is you to cut my hair. Don't stick your tits in the back of my neck. Just don't talk to me. Cut my hair.
Why
Leave
would
me
you not
alone.
want tits in the back of your neck?
Dude,
What
I
is
just
wrong
want my
with you?
fucking. I just want my haircut. I'll tip you your 20%. Just I don't want to talk to you. I talk to people all fucking day. But she couldn't even shave my fucking head right.
Alex, it's been a pleasure, my friend.
I
Thank
think
you,
you're
Alex.
more mad at her than I am at dipshit.
Hey,
You got room on the undercard, don't you?
I think so.
Shawn
fucking
Donavan.
hand job going at him.
I thought I'd give you an extra handshake.
Fucking fat tits double T against the fucking sports clip retard.
You can't say the R word, dude.
I'm gonna get canceled by proxy because of you guys.
Nah, we haven't been canceled yet. Nobody. I mean, fuck.
Probably because nobody listens.
We're having fun though, so that's all that
Fuck yeah. I've been drinking. Don't mind me.
matters. Yeah, Tony's a 1 beer.
Not a straight edge like myself, I see.
A 1 beer what, Matt? Double T.
1 beer drinker.
But boys, thank you for having me on. It was a pleasure. Let's schedule something for after the New Year's.
For sure. Have a great weekend, buddy. Merch.
Thank you guys.
Have a
I'll
great
see you
weekend.
guys soon.
Yes, happy Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Merry Christmas, boys.